All right, I'm back with another video. Free energy has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. This video is for entertainment purposes only. This is alternative history, conspiracy theories. Nothing that I say in this video is true. Go research, do your own facts. But underneath the old world order, we did not pay for electricity, heating, or gas in our homes and our buildings because we harnessed it and pulled it directly from the heavens, the ether, or the atmosphere. Our ancestors figured out how to pull this free energy resource. Everything that we've ever needed on this planet has already been given to us. So why do they have us paying for it? Now, the old world order was under Tartaria. If you don't know about it, go do some research. Now we live under the new world order. You can see it on the back of the $1 bill. It says Novus Ordo Seclorum with the pyramid and the one eye symbolism on top of it, which means the new order of ages or one world government or new world order. After a great war that took place that we were never told about, the New World Order parasites took power. And they destroyed and burned down, they firebombed, and we also had a mud flood where they used frequency or direct energy weapons to create a catastrophic mud flood that sunk and buried a lot of these old world buildings. But when you're trying to erase an entire civilization, it's hard. Here we have an example of the New York Life building that is still in downtown Manhattan in New York. Here is an example of an old world building. Let's take a look at the top of it. Now here we have another picture of this same New York Life building in downtown Manhattan. And on the top of it, you can see these spires or these energy collecting antennas. And they would pull free energy directly from the atmosphere. No need for wires, no need for power grids going down because our ancestors were geniuses and they invented a better, cleaner, alternative way to harness free energy. Okay, here we have a closer picture of the top of the New York Life building. This is a Tartarian building or an old world building. We did not pay for electricity. We did not pay for heating and air conditioning, okay? Here you see this spire or energy collecting antenna. At the top, you will see it has a ball. Inside of this ball was red mercury. When red mercury activates and begins to spin, it will start to harness and collect free energy. Take a good look at this picture. Here we have an example of the top of a Tartarian building. You can see at the top there's an antenna. The ball, which acted as a resonator with red mercury inside, which acted as an amplifier. And then you had a resonating modulator, okay? The red mercury inside that ball or container, it acted as a capacitor or frequency amplifier. And our ancestors figured out how to pull free energy directly from the air, directly from the heavens, directly from ether. Ether is the fifth element. It was erased from the periodic table in the late 1800s. Go check out Mendeleev's periodic table in the late 1800s. We all know about earth, fire, wind, and water, but we have not known that ether used to be the fifth element until the New World Order took power. Check it out. Here we have another picture of an old world Tartarian building that is still remaining and around that they did not destroy. This is St. John's the Divine Cathedral. This is in New York as well. Take a look at this building. Take a look at the people down there in the corner and how small they are compared to this massive building that the mainstream media will say was built at a time where there was only horse and buggy and hammer and chisel. does this building look like it was built with horse and buggy and hammer and chisel? You would have needed an army of skilled artisans, skilled laborers. I'm talking about not average, not slaves, not peasants. You would have needed skilled people to try to carve this out. Most of these buildings are down to the last centimeter, so close that you can't even slide a piece of paper between them. This is how mathematically correct these buildings have been built. But they will tell you that basic people on horse and carriage, horse and buggy, hammer and chisel, basic peasants and farmers and regular people built these buildings. Something just does not add up. So here we have another picture of a close-up of St. John's Divine Cathedral. You can see the intricate details on this building. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. It says here about the St. John Divine Cathedral, it says that it is an unfinished building with only 2/3 of the proposed building completed. And it says it is due to several major stylistic changes, work interruptions, and unstable ground on the site, okay? Now, this is what the mainstream narrative said. It says in 1892, construction began on the original design, a synthesis of the Byzantine revival and Romanesque revival styles. When they make up all these different type of architecture styles, it's all Tartarian. They use this to hide it. It said in 1909 the overall plan was changed to a Gothic revival design. They're all the same. They just had 3 different names for the same design of a building that had been there long before the New World Order parasites ever got there. This is for entertainment purposes only. Go do your own research. It says that this building was not complete. Despite being incomplete, the Cathedral of St. John the Divine is the largest cathedral or church in North America and is the world's largest Protestant cathedral and the 4th largest church by area of any Christian denomination. This building is absolutely huge. But they say that they built this at a time where there was only horse and buggy. Something doesn't add up. Hammer and chisel, no power tools whatsoever. No saws, nothing. Just a hammer and chisel. They built this massive cathedral with thousands and thousands of people who were just geniuses. Hammer and chisel this whole building together. That don't even make sense. Impossible. Just my opinion, allegedly. Here we have a picture of the inside. Look how massive these columns are inside of this building. The same thing with these Tartarian buildings, okay? Huge insides, massive columns that reach to the sky. So this is one of America's and one of the world's largest cathedrals, St. John the Divine. But if you notice in this picture, at the top of them, they are missing the spires and the free energy collecting antennas because they were removed by the New World Order. Don't believe me? Here we have Hotel Pension Delta. This is in Berlin. You can see in 1907, you can still see the spires and the free energy collecting antennas on top of them that pulled free energy from the ether. And on the right, you can see modern day 2023. What happened to the top of these buildings? What happened to the energy collecting? What happened to the antennas that were on top of there? I don't know. I'm going to come back. I'm going to drop some more heaters. I'm going to drop some more fire. I'm going to drop something to make you think we had a better way of life underneath the old world order. I'm out.